don't want to tell you how I feel right now. I don't want to write this down. I want to tell you how I feel right now. Yeah. Tomorrow may never come for you and me. That is not promised. Shout out to Mos Def. I wouldn't be surprised if he a Gemini. Hey, yo, y'all already know the vibes. Y'all already knows the vibes. Y'all already knows the vibes. New moon right around the corner, family. I got some quick influences. I promise, word to my mama, I ain't going to be here for long. But we going to go strong. Okay? Listen, I know everybody litty right now. All right? I know everybody litty right now. Some of y'all like, oh shit, Borges, let me go inside the house. You at the cookout right now, but you like, let me go inside the house, see what you got to say for the Pisces risings. Let me see what Borges got to say for the Gemini rising real quick. Then I'm going to go back out and get my second plate. All right, so I already know the vibes. Yeah, I know it's a very litty weekend. Some of y'all right now, y'all friends like, where you going? You like, I got to know what's going on with the new moon tomorrow. I'll be back. Put them hot dogs back put them hot dogs and them burgers back. Now, I want the turkey burger. Let me get the turkey burger. I'm on a diet right now. All right. All right. So everybody, I hope y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Y'all already know we are basking in some new moon vibes. Okay. So I got some notes for all rising signs, some things for you guys to understand about what's happening in your life around this time and how to manipulate this energy, utilize this energy for y'all benefit. Remember, when we look at astrological influences, these energies don't determine our motherfucking fate. All right. We catch these influences and we can move things around with these influences. Yes, there's going to be some transits that initiate certain things in our life. All right. But at the end of the day, it's always up to us to understand how to be in control with what's going on in our life right now. All right. So off rip, it's a new moon in Gemini, in the air sign. So this is going to bring new opportunities, new revelations, new understandings, new perspectives, new ideas when it comes to our relationships, especially, close friends, siblings, people that is always in our environment, people that we spend the most time with. These are your third house friends. These are your Gemini head friends. All right. The people that you text the most. All right. May not see them all the time, but you text them the most. If we go look at your text message and see the people you always texting these motherfuckers every week. You feel me? You letting them know what just happened at work. You brainstorming with them, trying to understand how to build this, that, and the third. These your third house friends right here. Your familiar friends. All right, your familiar friends. So what's going on? Y'all just watching your YouTube videos. Okay, you in alignment. You in alignment already. What's going on, everybody? Thank you. Saliciously addictive. Ooh. It's an intense name right there. So these are the things. Remember, new moon, new cycle, new opportunities. Like I said in the TikTok, y'all gotta understand around this time that things ending can be disguised as a new opportunity. Excuse me, new opportunities are disguised by things ending. Excuse me. All right. So this could be a relationship breakup. This could be you leaving a job, you getting fired. This could be, you getting into an argument with your peoples and you just saying, fuck this, I'm out. Don't know where the fuck you going, but you out. Sometimes that pressure during a new moon time is to burst through a situation you may have been too comfortable in. All right. New moon energies are great for embracing change and embracing the new. So when it comes to any situation we may have been too comfortable in, too content with, right? Not seeking another level, not seeking any sense of evolution. That's when we could create these situations around this time where we're forced into something new in our lives. So understand that if you're feeling pushed and forced into doing something new, creating some type of change right now, guys, you have to understand. Embrace the change. Don't fight the shit. You feel me? Okay? I promise you the grass is greener on the other motherfucking side. I promise you when you take a leap of faith, God got you. When's the last time y'all took a leap of faith? When's the last time y'all said, fuck it, I know this probably going to be better for me. Let me just go ahead and try this shit. I might fall flat on my ass. When the last time you just fell flat on your ass? Really think about it. When's the last time you really invested into a goal aspiration, something you knew that was going to be progressive for you, but you knew it was a little risky? You knew you couldn't foresee the next step. You couldn't foresee the future. y'all don't be going back and reflecting on those times. Y'all just reflect on the success that came out that shit. It's hard to remember how much of a push you needed to embrace in order to take that risk. All right? Being able to take risk for the shit you want to manifest in your life is some of the most liberating acts you can have, you know, in this experience. And the more you do it, the more you build that relationship with your intuition and start to understand, like, damn, this life is about investing in what the fuck you want to create, regardless of the program environment that you're in. All right. Speaking of environment, our familiar environment, our surroundings is something that's under the highlight, under the scope right now when we're looking at Gemini energies, right? So we got that going on. Obviously, this energy is going to be affecting strong Gemini placements. Okay. So, yeah, I do like that. This energy will be affecting strong Gemini placements. What is a strong Gemini placement? Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Stellium, Gemini Rising. You guys are feeling this energy the most. You guys are developing. A lot of y'all are evolving with the ways that you allow yourself to, with the people that y'all surround yourself with. You're making new realizations about the environment you're in and how the environment you're in supports things that you want to manifest into your life right now. So I know a lot of the times you having strong Gemini placements, you're always in the middle of something with people. Always, you know, we talk about Libra energies having to mediate a lot. A lot of Geminis be having to be in the middle of situations of a group effort, of a you know, company, a business, anything dealing with a lot of people. Geminis manifest big roles. You know, so right now, this is going to be a time for you to start understanding how you may, my strong Gemini placements, how you may have been overwhelming yourself based off of duties and obligations you feel like you need to serve others or whatnot. This is helping you to clear some energy, clear some tension for you guys to have more of a clear path as to what you want to do individually instead of accommodating everybody in your life. Because Gemini, y'all can get lost in trying to accommodate people in your life to the point when y'all be on y'all fucking shit. People be trying to look at you like you selfish or some shit because you Gemini, we naturally look at you as the relationship person, the person that could be flexible and adapt to all different type of faces and places. So once you saying you on some individual shit, like, damn, who else gonna be that flexible to keep shit together here? You feel me? So, motherfucker just sliding like he's sliding like a motherfucker. All right, let me stop playing. So, my bad, y'all. It's just that my fifth house been turned up, and look, I get called the boring Capricorn moon, Capricorn rising a lot of times. So I'm embracing this this exciteful vibe, this childish ass vibe hitting my fifth house. So yes, I've been playing around a whole motherfucking lot. But let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Yesterday, because this is a litty weekend, right? Yesterday I went out. Yesterday really showed me I'm getting old. I was the first one talking about like, yeah, how we getting back home? It's 12. Once it hit midnight, little 12:30, a brother started thinking about his bed. A brother started thinking about his bed around midnight. Motherfuckers is partying. We ain't partying till 5 in the morning. Motherfuckers is partying till 6 in the morning right now. Not me. Not me. I'm trying to get my sleep routine together. I was excited as shit to go out last night. Came back in the house after 12. Like, damn, I need to start going to the old folks club. I need to start going into places where you can't wear jeans. Like, that's the type of partying I need to start doing now. I need to motherfucking go to only slacks and shoes allowed. That's my type shit. Because everybody in them spots, we all got places to go in the morning. We got work. Leave all this other stuff to these young folks, all right? I can't keep up with these young cats anymore, man. I'm going to end up just being the party pooper. I'm going to just end up being the motherfucker like, all right, who's driving back? What we doing? We getting Uber? I'm driving back? What are we doing? What are we doing? No, you've been drinking too much. Let me go ahead and get the car ready. Y'all tell me when y'all done. It's like, it's 9:30. We got here at 8:30. Talking about, let me go. I'm going to be in the car. Motherfucker, this party barely started. So anyways, Gemini, strong Gemini placements. You guys are going to be pushed. You got to start going to bingo. Now, you're a clown, bro. Bingo with wine is crazy. Bingo with wine is screaming 40 plus. Maybe 40. Nah, that's 45 plus right there. bingo with wine, come hang with the old heads. I always been around old motherfuckers my whole life. I always been around people older than me shit my whole life. You feel me? So that's how you really break, you evolve spiritually, because there's certain things we're supposed to evolve with by our first Saturn return. So by the age 27, 28, 27 through 30, those ages, there's a certain amount of wisdom we're supposed to have. All right. And if you hang with people older than you before your Saturn return, so if you've always been hanging with older people at a young age spiritually, by the time you get to your first Saturn return, you'll be a little bit ahead of the curve, other than somebody that's really been surrounded by their peers a lot of the time. You know, that old head wisdom gonna kick in early or whatnot, you know. So I that's always been my shit. I've always kind of been looked at as the old man amongst my peers, you know. Even when I used to hoop, when I used to play basketball, I ain't have an injury for nothing my whole life. Once I got into college, I was a freshman, I was a sophomore. I used to be laughing at the old heads on the team, like, you always in the training room. You always getting your knees iced up, old ass nigga. Your back always hurting. Motherfuckers always got to do some extra. I used to be teasing the seniors on the team. Boy, once I hit my junior year, I was the old nigga on the block. It didn't even take for me to get all type of, my back started giving out. I'm like, this that Saturday in the first house bullshit right here. It don't matter what diet I got. It don't matter how much sleep I get. A motherfucking physical body gonna start breaking down like a motherfucker if you don't overly nurture this bitch. Motherfucking Saturn in the first house have you working on all type. Nigga start losing his vision at an early age. Fucking gray hair start coming out of nowhere. I had a gray hair pop up with my goatee a couple months ago. Motherfucker talking about, nah, you should keep that shit. I went to barber to cut this motherfucker off. I don't want this shit on me. I need to hold on to all the youth I got left. Capricorn risings make us age old. Yeah, I be talking about what's your skin routine, bro. Shit. I do everything to help my motherfucking skin. Them wrinkles come in early when you got strong Saturn influences. I ain't playing that shit this lifetime. But all right. Let me just stop side talking so much. Let's get into these energies. I literally do have these notes written down. I don't want to bullshit so much. You know, I just miss you. I ain't go live in a little minute. You know, there's been things I've been trying. Hey, yo, shout out to my brother Tariq, man. Appreciate that cash app, my boy. Appreciate that cash app, my boy. I appreciate all donations. All right. A lot of people ask me on TikTok, can they, every time I post a video on TikTok, there's a bunch of comments like, how do I book you for a reading? How do I get my natal chart read? I'm like, come on, y'all. It's 2022. Y'all don't know how to hit the bio. Come on, y'all. Come on, guys. Let's get it together. I don't know if I'm supposed to just magically pop up in your crib with a hologram of your natal chart. Like, motherfucker act like you got to summon me or some shit to come to your crib and read your chart or something. Like, I'm dragging the Saturn in the first house in the Capricorn rising. I'm dragging it. I ain't gonna lie. Just because you got strong Saturn influences, Capricorn, Aquarius placements, or Saturn rules your chart, you will develop them gray hairs and wrinkles the more you stress shit. See, I don't stress. Like, I know how to take a L and keep it pushing. I know how to take an L and be like, oh yeah, damn, I done attracted that motherfucker like this, huh? Okay, I got to put some energy work here. I'm really good at that. I'm really good at embracing change and transformation. I have people in my life that be looking at me like, damn, I could have went through that shit, this, that, and the third. I was like, motherfucker, because you ain't looking at life through a spiritual perspective. That shit was supposed to happen. You know, this trauma, this chaotic situation just happened, so I know the grass going to be greener on the other side. I know this motherfucker coming into an end is starting a new cycle. Like, that's just how I think. So I don't stress much. But if you got strong Saturn influences, Capricorn rising influences, Aquarius rising influences, and you stressing too much in that first house, the wrinkles is gonna come in. Them grays gonna come in sooner than they supposed to be. I'm telling you that now. You got the moon conjunct Saturn, the sun conjunct Saturn. Cannot be overly stressing. All right. When does the Saturn return officially start? It starts around the age of 27, but whenever Saturn makes it back to the sign that it's in, all right, the peak of your Saturn return is going to be when it hits the degree, all right? So everybody that has Saturn in Aquarius is currently experiencing their Saturn return at the moment. Some people have Saturn at 11 degrees. Some people have Saturn in Aquarius at 21 degrees. That's going to be the peak moment of your Saturn return. All right. But once Saturn makes it back into Aquarius, once it hit 1 degree, you in it. You in the mix. You in the mix. Most of my clients is around Saturn return ages, so we be motherfucking trauma bonding. We be breaking down, crying a lot of the times and shit. Hold on, I got a book for y'all too. Everybody need to get this book right here. Everybody need to get this book right here. Saturn Returns, Thinking Astrologically by Tom Jacobs. All right, put that on YouTube. Saturn Returns. Y'all need to get this book, even if you experience your first Saturn return, because there's pivotal ages in our life. We focus on Saturn return ages, but 33, very pivotal age. 36, very pivotal age. These are significant ages in our lives. This is why a lot of celebrities are sacrificed around these ages. All right. Leave that one there. Okay. So strong Gemini placements. Yes, you guys are pushed to evolve with how y'all deal, with your relationships and the mind. Remember, Gemini, Mercury influences. Mercury's retrograde right now. So with Mercury retrograde going direct in a couple of days and us being under these Gemini influences, a lot of things that were delayed are starting to open up. That's part of what I'm going to be highlighting a lot, understanding how things that we may have been working on, trying to put together right now. And a lot of these things are opening up this week. So we got to be ready, be able to attack these things. A lot of people right now during this time, there's mistakes that you're going to be able to capitalize over. You may have, let's say you used to gamble a lot and there was something else you wanted to invest your money in, but you fucked it up gambling. Around this time, you're going to realize you have the finances to invest in that thing that gambling fucked up in the past. So it's up to you to be clear, to understand the opportunity you have right now, not to bullshit with your finances, not to bullshit with your resources, so you can create more progressive acts in your life. All right. So boom. All right, look at the comments. All right. Bell Papillon in the building. All right, I got all my peoples in the building. All right. Okay. Now, what is the new moon going to be making contact with? We always got to know full moons, new moons, what the moon's going to be making contact with, because that's going to add more of the theme of what we're experiencing around in this time. Now, we got the new moon is going to be harmonizing with Jupiter and Mars in Aries. So we know we're dealing with some strong Aries influences. With Jupiter and Aries, a lot of us are going to be pushed. Well, the house that we have Aries in, all right, with Jupiter's transiting there now, there's going to be a lot of new things that we're going to be experiencing and learning in that house. Our knowledge is going to be tested in that house, all right? When it comes to our individuality, we're going to be pushed into more experiences to embrace our individuality in the house, which may cause transformation and change, but Jupiter don't give a fuck about none of that. That's what brings the expansion. So there's going to be a lot of things with Jupiter and Aries that we're going to have to embrace as far as what we're individually passionate about, understanding that it may affect other people, but we can't. Aries energy don't give a fuck about that shit. Aries energy don't care about how its passions and goals affect its family and friends. It's like, motherfucker, y'all got y'all own passions and goals. You don't see me on top of your shit. You don't see me telling you, I don't think you should go to Harvard. You should go to Yale. You don't see me telling you, I think you should do cross country instead of track. Like, it's your life. It's your life. I respect y'all individuality, respect my shit. So Jupiter and Aries going to put us in a lot of positions where we have to learn how to do that. And we can't feel bad because we're making a certain decision that don't resonate with somebody else, when we know damn well we can't get proper rest without thinking about that passion or goal. So we're going to just subside the shit we want to do personally for others, not with no fucking Jupiter and Aries, and especially not with Mars transiting the bitch right now. All right. So we currently have Mars and Jupiter conjunct. So that specific energy I just broke down with Jupiter and Aries, that is highly intensified right now with Mars being there, because Mars adds the sense of not compromising. Mars right now next to Jupiter, we're being taught, Jupiter, that there's proper times to be selfish. There's reasonable times to be selfish. There's reasonable times to, cultivate all your energy, save your energy towards what you're doing individually. All right. Sometimes that gets, and we may create transformative relationships transformative experiences in our relationships because it's Gemini season. So this is a sextile. So we feel encouraged to communicate that shit right now. We feel encouraged to relate that shit right now. It's not even about us trying to be individual and be low key about it and just do it. Now we let motherfuckers know, like, I'm sorry, like I've been putting this much time with y'all motherfuckers into this, that, and the third. This is what I got to do right now. That's what I want to do right now. And this is going to create portals for new fruitful relationships that do support what you're into. A lot of the times we are reluctant to dive into certain things personally because we fear the transformation of our external realm, not knowing diving into that shit is what's going to create situations to connect to Soul Tribe. The whole world knew me for playing basketball. The minute I said fuck basketball, fuck all of that shit, I don't want to play basketball professionally. I'd rather teach spirituality and astrology. I think that shit ain't shake my world up as far as relationships. It shook my fucking world up. But guess what? Now I got me a fucking soul tribe. Now I've cultivated a world for myself where I allowed my genuine energies, my individuality to shine. And all it does is attract people who's on the same page. All it does is attract the people I'm connecting with right now. All right. So iron sharpens iron. We need to continue to build the community. We got. All right. Most of us experience the same thing, being spiritually influenced individuals, being into astrology. You know, you have to know you pushing out your genuine energies is what's going to connect you to your true soulmates, the people who's been spiritually dying to get back connected to you, but certain programs keep us disconnected from our tribe a lot of the times. We have so many, y'all don't even realize we have so many soulmates that we don't meet them every lifetime. You don't meet all your soulmates in one lifetime. The shit really depends on how you push your energy out. All right. I got a video. I'm going to start uploading more esoteric videos on YouTube besides astrology. I got some videos to upload when I get off of this, finishing up the Signs through the 8th House series. And, you know, I also got a video I'm going to upload talking about how to manifest true love in your soul tribe in this lifetime. And it comes with making sacrifices. Sometimes you got to sacrifice a lot of the shit you're connecting to now. You're putting energy and love into now, into yourself, to open up portals for people to find you, for your spiritual family to find your ass. Sometimes we're neglecting, or we create motherfucking borders and boundaries for our spiritual family to connect to us, our soulmates to connect to us, because we paying attention to the wrong shit. With the shit we paying attention to is don't got shit to do with our path or whatnot. All right, but that's that. Mutable signs, y'all will be affected the most around this time. All right, so anybody that has strong placements around 5 and 10 degrees of a mutable sign, any planets between 5-10 degrees of Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, y'all gonna feel this motherfucker right now. All right, y'all gonna feel this right now. Okay. Hey, yo, somebody said I'm dragging a wagon. Hey, yo, Jasmine, watch your mouth, Jazzy. I don't know how many of y'all follow Drewski, the comedian, on IG. Drewski Too Funny. That nigga is fucking hilarious. Nigga made some video about niggas being thick. Nigga, y'all go check it out. I'm not even gonna describe this shit. Shout out to Drewski. That nigga hilarious. Somebody told me I was getting thick the other day. I told him, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. What do I look like? I'm not your little thought. I'm not your little hoe. Don't be associating the word thick with me. In another way you could associate it, but not that way, not the way you meant it. If it ain't that way, then don't call me thick. What I look like? A big booty hoe? What I look like? I just got me a BBL? What is you talking about? All right, so mutable signs, y'all got to stay on point around this time. All right, y'all gonna feel the push to invest more in your ideas. All right, and not be too affected about who surrounds you. And y'all gonna also be influenced. A lot of y'all gonna be placed in a lot of situations where y'all gotta communicate the shit too, though, because it's Gemini energy. Gemini energy forces the other mutable signs to have to be more communicative and more relatable. So there's gonna be a lot of shit that y'all might have to get off y'all mind around this time, and it's gonna help. It's actually gonna help. Create some energy for your path right now. It's like some of that. Sometimes you expressing some shit, getting some shit off your chest, you may not realize how much that shit is spiritually needed at times. So my Virgos, Pisces, and Sagg. All right, y'all want to be in tune on that aspect. But let's get right into it. Y'all. I'm gonna run through these. I'm about to run through these, especially because I don't want to overwhelm myself putting up timestamps on YouTube after this, y'all. So matter of fact, let me get my I'm gonna pen and paper around here. All right. Okay. All right. Now 25. Aries risings. The new moon is transiting your third house right now, right? Y'all got that Gemini in the third house. So right now, when it comes to investing in your education and traveling resources, that's a big thing right now. Take care of that motherfucking flat tire in your car. Make sure you get that inspection. You keep getting that email about getting your car inspected. You're gonna end up miss that shit and have to pay some whole other extra shit. Motherfuckers will suspend your license. Take care of your vehicles. Take care of things that any form of traveling resources right now. Remember, things have been delayed, so we're starting to see things open up around this time. Okay. Now, when it comes to the third house, dealing with your education, adolescent stages, things that you've learned in your adolescent stages right now, Aries rising. Y'all in a state where y'all need to be investing into learning about your passions right now, right? It may be something you're passionate about doing. You're passionate about making music. It won't hurt to invest in that $500 course that's teaching you how to use this program to engineer your own shit. Your intuition and your passion, your intuition and spirit leading you right now to take some resources to invest into something that's going to support your individual passions and goals around this time. All right. And that's something that we're all experiencing with the moon in Gemini hitting Jupiter. All right. We're all in a state right now where we need to invest in different ways to learn about things that we want to build. Okay. But this is a hard influence for Aries risings right now. Go ahead, get that course popping. Take that couple week class to learn what you need to learn. We spend our money on all type of dumb shit. This is something that'll help a whole lot right now. All right. Especially taking care of things dealing with how you get around, how you travel. All right. We know that third house has a huge influence on movement, traveling, more so movement in your local environment. All right. So anything with the whip, anything that help you get from point A to B, make sure you're on top of some of them things. All right. There may be some debts. It may be even some debts and shit lifting up right now with your car and shit. You got a little opportunity to pay your car off. You got a little opportunity to do this and the third. Do that shit. Do that shit right now. May not get the opportunity again. You're in a space where you're not looked at as selfish for investing in yourself. You need to know Jupiter is going to push you into investing in your personal aspirations in the first place anyways, with Jupiter and Mars in your first house, which are motherfucking Mars returning. Not Mars return, but if you're Aries rising, Mars is your chart leader. All right, is your chart ruler. I said chart leader, your chart ruler. So it's important to understand right now that Mars energy ain't no energy to play around right now. You investing into that first house and doing things that support your personal aspirations, you ain't finna look selfish for that shit right now. Some of y'all may be caught up in situations where you've been suppressing some of these things in the first house. And damn well as Aries rising, this is what you're learning to do in this lifetime. You're learning how to cultivate that first house through your initial vision, see, that's the thing about Aries rising. Y'all don't understand. Y'all are the first. Y'all, with great power comes great responsibility being an Aries rising. This is a gifted placement to have, but you will always have to be first. You will always have to be the leader. You always have to be the first pioneer for something. And a lot of times there's no example. There's no reference for you. There's no reference to do the shit you want to do in your life. A lot of y'all are the first siblings. Okay. So around this time, when there is opportunities to learn from somebody else or something else to support something you want to do individually, you got to jump on that because sometimes you don't get them many chances to do that in your life. People be depending on you, looking at you to see how you about to do some shit the first time. So if it's the course, class, a certain partnership or environment that's going to give you some insight to invest in that first house aspirational goal, all right, you got to jump on that right now, Aries rising. Okay, so that's what we got going on with my Aries risings. Really quick. Taurus risings. Okay, Taurus rising, the new moon is transiting your second house, all right? So there may be some energies lifted up with debts and bills. This is a sign to finally invest your money into the things that you value. It may have been something you really value, you wanted to buy, you wanted to invest in, you wanted to put your finances in this area so they could grow for this or that, whatever. but you may not have been able to do that recently. You know, Mercury been retrograde, things been delayed, and now you have the finances where you can invest in that thing that you value. You could cop that new instrument you want to fucking learn how to play. You know, you could cop that new program, that new course, this, that, and the third. Jump on that right now, Taurus risings. You know, take advantage of certain bills being dispersed, moved out the way, certain things dealing with debts being lifted up with that second house energy. All right, new information about improving finances and investment opportunities will start to flourish throughout the week. All right. Remember, this ain't just an energy that's going to just deal with, we're going to just deal with this energy tomorrow and that's it. No, it's going to trickle out throughout the rest of Gemini season, y'all. All right. So you will be in a space where you're going to gain new information, all right, new opportunities to improve financing, new investment opportunities. It might be with somebody you're close to, might be somebody that one of your close friends. Y'all always stay talking about business, this and that, and third, but this starting to feel like the best time. It's resonating heavy that y'all should, punch go on that. Okay. Aries, Jupiter, Mars transit in the 12th house. Okay. So it's going to be a time where a lot of y'all are excited to embrace new creative opportunities. All right. You can't be impulsive here right now. So just make sure there's a plan behind your creative ideas and flow. It may be a positive thing to be impulsive here. I'm just saying what it is. It's maybe an energy right now when it comes into what you want to creatively experience, creative pursuits and ideas that you want to start. You may not be in a state of being so hesitant. You may feel like, no, I got to push this right now without thinking about it so much because I probably had this on my subconscious or the back burner for so long. So this is the time to just go ahead and punch go and get with it. All right. And but yes, there's a time you want to make sure, even though Mercury's going back direct, you still want to make sure that there's a plan behind what you're doing right now, Taurus rising. All right. But definitely, I see a lot opening up with that sixth house. I see a lot opening up with that sixth house, second house transit. Things, we're always going to see some shift with finances and some form of investment when we got like new moon energies transit in the second house. All right. If not things being lifted up right then and there, you're going to start to develop the insight to understand how to get things lifted up in that second house. All right. Now, Gemini risings. Okay. New moon in the first house. So we know when the new moon transits in the first house, there's a whole new personal revelation coming on. When it comes to how you want to personally assert yourself with your aspirations and goals, this is the time to throw all of them shits in the air right now, Gemini rising. There's no need to hesitate about any of this shit. There's no need to even tell me to tell y'all to make sure y'all got a plan and y'all thinking things out, because y'all always thinking this shit out. Y'all always thinking about how y'all about to different ideas and perspectives on how to assert your personal aspirations and goals. So right now, the best ideas, the most fruitful looking ones, throw them shits in the air right now. Remember, it's new moon time. The soil is very potent. It's very potent. What we put into the soil right now, has an ability to grow within a great foundation. Okay, so we just came off a full moon in Scorpio, which was heavy as a motherfucker. Okay, and we knew that wasn't the time to set new intentions. Now we're dealing with this new moon energy, and it's the time to throw all of that shit in the air. Goals, aspirations, your visions, throw all of that shit up in the air. All right. So, Gemini rising, new beginnings for your personal life. You're finding some resolve with your mental health because you do got Mercury retrograde transit in that 12th house. So, your subconscious may have been a little wacky, may have been thinking real heavy on things dealing with insecurities, guilt trips, things you should have did in the past. All right. Mercury finna go direct. So we finna capitalize amongst all that negative shit that may have been blurry in the 12th house. We're starting to see more resolve with the mental health here. All right. Learning to trust your intuition and not let your thoughts bully you around this time, Gemini rising. That's big because we know you're going to have the thoughts. We know you're going to have the ideas. Now it's more so about, actually resonating with your intuition instead of, because the idea is going to be there. Now, which idea is your intuition resonating with the most? That's the most important thing to understand right now, Gemini rising. Okay. Mercury going direct is starting to open up an opportunity for something you have had on hold for a little minute. Take care of any paperwork or legal issues before investing your money, all right, somewhere and making agreements with others. All right. Like I said, it may be some creative pursuits or may just be a personal, something in that first house, a personal goal. you know, a personal a form of business, a brand that you want to start, Gemini rising, and for some reason your resources wasn't where they was at, or you were waiting on somebody else to confirm something. You was waiting to see if you could rent that office space to do what you got to do. They were taking forever to get back to you because that's where you want to start your podcast at. So now around this time during this week, these things are going to start to open up. Jump on them opportunities. All right. And make sure any ties you have in with other people that you're aware of these things before you start putting your finances or whatnot in other places. You don't want to start creating new agreements with other individuals when you still kind of got things going on with other people. And that's easy to happen a lot of time as a Gemini rising, you know, have your money in multiple placements, or I said places, or have I hate the fucking English language, and have the fucking you know, multiple agreements with certain people to the point it starts affecting your schedule, overwhelming things. All right. Yes, you guys are very flexible. You just got to make sure when you're creating too much for yourself to handle. All right. So yeah, you want to get on top of any type of form of paperwork, legal issue before you start investing your paper somewhere else. A lot of collaborative efforts are going to be in the mix right now, so you got to make sure that you're pretty discerning as to which ones you want to support and actually put energy work into. All right, Aries is in that 11th house, so there's going to be new opportunities to connect with to connect your personal aspirations to others, you know, out in the world, you know, in some type of shape or form. Maybe a new community, some new partnerships that you build that people they have something in common with what you're trying to do. All right. But you're being pushed to network. So social media is a big thing for y'all right now. Gemini rising. Y'all in the type of energy y'all make y'all first, you get on TikTok and make your first fucking TikTok and the shit go viral. You know, you thought this product or this business you wanted to start was gonna take a little minute. And all you had to do is jump into that fucking 11th house that you being pushed to be active in right now. And you make one TikTok. Your first fucking TikTok go fucking viral. Your Shopify, your sales start doing numbers. So get active, Gemini rising, with how you network and connect what you got going on personally. Because I know personally, y'all stimulated like shit with a bunch of ideas that may have been on the back burner, and it's feeling like the best time to let these things be expressed. Okay, just know that 11th house, it has a lot of support waiting for you there. It might be somebody in there waiting to repost your shit. It might be somebody in that 11th house ready to buy all the how many you got of them products? You only got 40. Give me all of them shits. You might have a customer like that waiting for you. You might have a dedicated ass client waiting for you in that 11th house. All right. You got to understand, guys. Side note, when it comes to our chart, when it comes to our birth chart and whatnot, the houses that we got the most active planets, the more active we are in them houses, the more things open up. All right. So you want to look at the planets that you got houses in. The more you're active there, you're being called. You have planets in them houses because you're being called in this lifetime to build experience in them houses. So there's always potential for things to grow in these areas. All right. You got a first house stellium. Your ass need to be dancing. You need to be on the camera. You need to be expressing yourself. You need to be letting your personality be seen because there's billions of opportunities to open up here. You got a stellium in the 7th house. You need to jump into relatable situations. You need to be in networking situations. You need to always place yourself in environments where you could connect with others. All right. You need to be communicative about things in your first house to other people. Don't feel like you're bombarding other people with shit you got going on personally and motherfuckers don't care. No, you got a 7th house stellium. You don't know who the fuck you finna meet. You feel me? You got a stellium in the 4th house. Mad planets in the 4th house and shit. This is the time to understand. This is a lifetime that has a huge experience, a lot of energy for you to understand how to cultivate your emotional well-being, your mental health, bring some stability in the home, create a family of your own. All right. And when I say create a family, I'm not just talking about reproducing and having children. No, finding your tribe, finding your soul tribe. So with that type of placement, you may be incarnate into a negative ass family. And that is part of the motivation for you to actually build, friends that turn into family. Put yourself in the scenarios and environments where you have a strong support system, and you're not carrying them burdens heavy in the 4th house. All right. You got stellium in the 12th house. You here to be an example dealing with spirituality and showing us that there is a connection between this physical realm and the astral realm in some type of shape or form. It may just be your music that do that. You may just be an artist, and then we look at your shit like, nah, it ain't no way she human, she or he human, and they got these supernatural abilities, or their art is that dope. They pulling that shit from somewhere else. Your creativity shows us that there's a God, there's another power that we working through, that we just vessels in some type of shape or form. We is just vessels of a higher power. So you got to know, the more active you are in the houses you have planets in, the more you create opportunities in your life. These are areas you need to be active in. And when you're not active in these areas intentionally, you're always going to be dragged into that area regardless. You got a 6th house stellium, go ahead and think schedule and routine ain't important in your life. And see if you don't manifest a situation in your life that now you have a schedule and routine. You can't run from this schedule routine. Now it's permanent. Whether it's your ass in a psychiatric hospital and you have to wake up at this time and do shit at that time, where they got that deep. So I don't want to just, but that's how, all right. If y'all caught that, y'all caught that. You'll be forced to understand what the fuck schedule and routine and working on some shit is if you not invested in developing some type of routine or something you want to work on yourself. All right. So that's how shit plays out. That alone, just you seeing the plans you have houses in alone, shows you part of what we signed in our contract to come down here. So Gemini rising, that's what we got going on. Gemini rising, get busy in that 11th house now. Get busy in that 11th house. Okay. Cancer rising. Cancer rising, where we have 40 minutes. Cancer rising. All right, Cancer rising. New moon is transiting the 12th house. All right, you got the new moon transiting in the 12th house. All right. There may be a spiritual community or some spiritual practices that's resonating with you heavy right now. And this is a great time to invest into it. It might be a diet change that you feel like is going to help you spiritually expand right now, right? It may be a Reiki course. It may be an astrology course or something you want to invest into. You know, you learning about candle magic. You want to join Big Empress Reiki school. You feel me? You want to join this person, this, and the third, a community to help you, you know, improve or become more in tune with your creative abilities, your spiritual essence. These are things you are being called and being pushed to align with right now. All right. Cancer risings, and this is also a time for you guys to invest in your art from a business and branding perspective. Yeah, you're creative as hell here, but now if we start understanding how to establish this form of art, this form of creativity for something that could actually build stability in our life, these are influences you're being pushed to actually think about. All right, so it could create more opportunities for your art to you know, attract some energy, some supportive energies into your life. All right, you start being compensated for your art. Okay. And maybe a little mentally, you may have dealt with some mental distortions around this time. All right, maybe a little mentally drained, but a lot of the times, you know, this might have been some pressure you were adding onto yourself as to how you want to deal with one of your creative gifts or something you know you have, or a form of knowledge and wisdom you know you have. Stop putting that much pressure on yourself, Cancer rising. You know, put that energy into the air and flow. Allow yourself to experience here. Okay, don't overwhelm yourself with time frames as to how things should be done with your 12th house gifts and creative attributes right now. All right. And 12th house. We also, Cancer rising, you got that new moon transit in the 12th house. So right now, when we jump to that 10th house, okay, excuse me. We got the new moon transit in the 12th house. So when we jump into that 10th house, we got Aries resonating over there. All right. So Aries resonating in that 10th house. We could see some things manifesting because Mars is coming back into the house. Mars loves the 10th house. All right. Mars loves the 10th house. So it could be a lot of new things you're determined to accomplish in that 10th house. It may be some things connected from your 12th house, aka something that you're creatively invested in, and it could create a whole new image for you right now in your 10th house. And Mars wants that. Mars wants that fuel from your creative houses, from your spiritual house right now. Mars wants that shit. So those are the most important things right there, Cancer rising. When you got Mars and shit transiting that 10th house, this ain't the time to be. You need to push go on things dealing with career intentions and goals. All right. Because this is a time where you could shift so much in that 10th house. But because this new moon is resonating out of this 12th house and hitting that 10th house. You don't know how you investing into your creativity is going to be able to blow your 10th house up right now, expand your 10th house up right now. All right. So that's what we got going on. Cancer risings, Leo risings, new moon transiting the 11th house. All right. We got the new moon transiting the 11th house. So when we got that new moon transiting 11th house, the social media, technology, communication, networking, community, groups, partnerships, business ships. Is business ship? Yeah, y'all know every live I'm good for. Every live, every video, I'm good for making up a word. I don't know what the fuck a business ship is. But motherfucking partnerships, business partnerships, all right, from my Leo risings, y'all are in the midst of all of this. These are things to be reacting to, connecting to right now. It may be a form of, it may be this community, once again, this community that is really supportive, or you're going to be able to relate your energies, something that you got going on, something that you are mentally stimulated by, right? Something you have a personal aspiration for, Leo rising, and you may have opportunity to align with this partnership or this collaborative effort, this group effort to expand upon that around this time, Leo rising. All right. Now, another thing is Aries is in the 9th house right now, Leo rising. This is important. Understand this. Aries is in your 9th house and Jupiter is in that 9th house. When Jupiter comes into the 9th house, a lot of opportunities come in the name of traveling, especially the fact that you got the moon harmonizing with it. So there may be some opportunities right now to build, stability through a community, or to build let's say a creative project or a business or brand that you have dealing with others. If it involves you traveling, if it involves you moving or having to leave your familiar surroundings to go connect and network with them, do that. Bounce. If you live in the Bronx, but your ass gotta travel to Staten Island twice a week to make this happen, you best to do what you gotta do. All right. Anything involving Jupiter in the 9th house, there's gonna be things dealing with long distance energy. So if you got the new moon that's creating new opportunities stemming out your 11th house, which is going to eventually give you insight to connect with others, network with others. If Jupiter is telling you like, yo, we got to kind of leave our familiar surroundings in order to invest in that, in order to build on that potential, what we could build with that group, it's a great sign as to this being a fruitful opportunity. All right. Got my brother Now Power in the building. That's one of my favorite Leo risings right there. Very wise brother, ahead of his time. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with my brother, man. So that's my Leo risings. All right. Is there all my notes over there? And you're becoming more comfortable joining. Yeah. If this group I'm talking about may have been something you already been resonating with, you just ain't push go on it yet. But right now you're becoming more comfortable saying like, nah, I could be a part of this community. I could uphold this role to help this group idea flourish. All right. They've been wanting me to be a part of the group. They've been wanting me to be a part of the rap group. They've been wanting me to be a part of this company, shit like that. Okay. Virgo risings. A lot of this energy can apply to y'all sun signs as well, y'all. So this could apply to like Virgo suns, but I just want to emphasize transits through the houses. Virgo risings. New moon in that 10th house. New moon in the 10th house, Virgo risings. All right. We seeing some breakthroughs in career right now. We seeing some promotions. All right. Job interviewer calling you back right now. Your ass, Virgo. Virgo risings will have days where they got 6 job interviews in one day. Yeah, what you doing, bro? Ain't shit, man. Just left this 4th job interview. Damn, nigga, it's 12 o'clock. It's only 12 o'clock. Yeah, I know. The first one was at 7. Yeah, the second, then I had to take the train across town to get to the other one at 9:45. Luckily, the third one was right across the street. Now, so I got there at 10:30. I'm just coming out this motherfucking one right now, 11:30. Got 4 more to go. Like, damn. So what happens if you get accepted all of them jobs? Then I'm gonna work all of them, nigga. Fuckers, what type of dumb question was that? Who turns down 5? Who turns down 9 jobs? People so dumb. That's why you ain't got no money. That's why you in the position you in. You turning down jobs and shit. I'm gonna find a way to work all 9 of these jobs. I'll tell you that. Hey, yo, Virgo risings, Virgo sun, moon ascendants. Y'all are something motherfucking else. I need y'all to know that shit. Y'all's different. Same motherfucker that just said they got 9 job interviews the same day. Once they get hired to all them shits, it's gonna fuck you up as a friend. Cause you gonna go to Burger King at 10 o'clock and see they ass there. Like, okay, I see you, bro, getting accustomed to your new job. You're like, yeah, this shit light work. Motherfucking 12 o'clock, you go to the library, you see motherfucker working right there. You're like, hold on. I just saw your ass in Burger King 10. I was like, nigga, I told you I was gonna work all these shit some type of way. You leave the library to go pump your gas. Motherfucker walk up to your car like, yo, what's good, bro? What you want? Diesel? Fuel? What you premium? I got you, bro. That should start fucking you up. You like, how many of these niggas is there? How many of these niggas are there? Virgo's gonna find a way to work multiple jobs. I swear to God. I heard a Virgo tell me they worked 3 jobs before. I'm like, how? There got to be one of them bitches you only work two days out the week or something. Because I know the 2 jobs you got, they take up most of your day and you work 6 days out the week. So when the fuck you squeezing that? So that one job is just on your off day? You're like, no, this job I work on my lunch breaks in between my Oh shit. A Virgo will pick up a job to work during their lunch break. Y'all listen, a Virgo is not. You ain't never see a Virgo not work. You ain't never see an unstable Virgo. That's a unicorn right there. So yeah, Virgo, that 10th house is doing some numbers right now. It's doing some numbers. I'm seeing some breakthroughs in career out this motherfucker. I'm seeing job interviewers. You that day you went on 6 motherfucking job interviews. You're like, God damn. Oh shit. You like, damn. You're like, damn, a nigga went on 6 job interviews in one day. It's been a couple of weeks. Ain't none of these niggas hit me back. That's how country people be talking. Ain't none hit me back. I lived in VA for a little bit, so that should be rubbing off on me. I might be the only nigga in New York that used the word finna. My bros be getting mad as shit when I say that shit. Like, shit, I'm out of here, man. I'm finna go get some rest. Niggas be like, yo, bro, stop saying that shit, bro. Niggas really be getting mad. I like, yo, bro, my bad, bro. Because New York lingo is really like is a sacred thing. It's a sacred thing, you know. So you can't be mixing up other regions and shit into your shit. So yeah, Virgo ascendants, you finally getting that. You finna get that call back right now. So we starting to see things escalate in that 10th house. Some seeds that you done planted for that 10th house, they coming back. They coming around right now. All right. The sun has, once again, all these Aries, we talking about the new moon, the sun been resonating here for a little bit. So we already kind of built some awareness here. So this new moon is helping us understand how we going to carry this awareness, how we going to react to the things we're picking up on with the sun transit in this house. So, you know, for the past week, Virgo rising, you already been realizing who you know to help you get from point A to B in the 10th house. There's been a lot of things you probably have been taking action on to help improve your 10th house in some type of shape or form, whether it's business, branding, you know, whatever that can help you within the career field. And now these things are they're going to start to blossom a bit here. All right. So you want to be very intentional as to how you want to be broadcasted to the world, you know, very intentional about the brand you may be building, what you're stabilizing at the moment. The soil is very potent right now, Virgo rising. All right. Can manifest promotions, or you're finally comfortable starting that new YouTube brand or business, etc. Can manifest some support towards career goals, or something that was delayed with money and career is starting to open up overall. All right. Maybe some burdens lifting with debts here as well. You know, new moon transiting the earth houses, things dealing with heavy situations with finances and debts. We can see these things lift up or develop more of an insight to understand how to start taking care about that, how to start taking care of that shit. You know, manifest some information from your friend letting you know, like, yo, why you ain't know you could make a payment plan for that shit? You like that ass? Damn, I'm a fucking driver's license, man. I've been driving dirty for like 7 years now. I ain't know that shit could be on a payment plan. New moon trans in the 10th house with Gemini in there. See, it's air. So opportunities can come in the name of information. Opportunities can come in the name of advice. All right, Virgo rises. So yeah, we may have some burdens lifted up there. Understand though, you do have Aries in the 8th house, Virgo ascendants. You do got that Mars and Jupiter transit in the 8th house. And listen, when Mars transit the 8th house, it ain't no keeping insecurities where they're at. Traumas and wounds, we got it. Mars finna lift them bitches up. Mars finna do some transmuting in the 8th house. So Virgo ascendants, you're getting in touch with your demons right now. Shadow work becomes more intriguing for you right now. You're being pushed to deal. Damn, I miss weed. I just replaced push with kush. You are being influenced to to work on that shadow right now. Work through some demons, work through some traumas. Okay? But Mars is powerful. If there's any placement you want that influence, is with Mars transiting your 8th house, because Mars has the power to transmute that here. It's baby Pluto. All right. So don't think Mars don't have an influence on transformations and rebirths itself. Yes, it does. Mars will end some shit to start some shit in a jiffy. Okay. So right now, a lot of Virgo ascendants, y'all in a state where a lot of y'all may have been a breakup. It may have been a partner that broke your heart couple late last year, early this year. And now when they look at you, they like, damn, this motherfucker got a new job. They glowing a little bit. They just got a new car. You got to be in that bag right now, Virgo ascendants. Work through all that muddy shit in the 8th house. Use that shit to fuel your 10th house right now. Use that shit to fuel your 10th house. All right? It ain't the easiest shit, but Mars gonna give you all the qualities, all the traits, all the encouragement, all the strength and power in the world to transmute as heavy of a trauma or of a wound, of an insecurity you have in the 8th house. If anything, you might manifest some shared resources to help build your 10th house up right now. So Virgo ascendants, this ain't no motherfucking game for y'all right now. Y'all in some energies to shift some shit right now. Everybody is, but it's just that right now, that 8th, 10th house connection, 10th house dealing with career, 8th house dealing with your traumas, your motherfucking wounds, heavy energies. Great time to lift that up, transmute that, and develop a new sense of energy and vitality towards what you got going on in the 10th house. All right. So yeah, Aries in the 8th house is giving you the strength and the insight for some emotional transformations right now. Mars will be pushing you to transmute some trauma or wounds so you can be more clear with your career goals or things you want to build and invest in. And it's not a time to be harping over the motherfucker that broke your heart. We gonna acknowledge that, acknowledge our pain, and we're gonna transmute the pain. We're not gonna sink into the pain. We're gonna acknowledge the pain and transmute it. There's a difference between sinking into the motherfucker and acknowledging how you feel and using it towards something. Okay? I'm not saying neglect your traumas and wounds. That's what we don't ever want to do. That's what we don't ever want to do in life. The more we can, with the more opportunity and time and energy work we can put into cultivate, building up, we don't want to build our shadow up, but into understanding our shadow, our lower energies, our traumas and wounds, we need to attack opportunities to do that. Because the more we clear the 8th house up, the more we open up opportunities in our life in many different type of ways. Sometimes you don't understand how you blocking opportunities because your ass is crying over an ex too fucking long. You crying about getting fired from that job too fucking long. That shit is going to continue to block shit. All right? The past got to be the motherfucking past. You got to understand how your past is affecting your current opportunities. So that's what we got going on for my Virgo ascendants. Mars will be pushing you to transmute some trauma and wounds so you can be more clear with your career goals and things you want to build and invest in. All right. 58. Libra risings. Libra risings. Okay. You right, Belle Papillon. You apologize for speaking your truth. Come on, man. Come on. All right. Libra risings. New moon transit in that 9th house. maybe some good news or opportunities surrounding education, school. This is definitely another placement that got you wanting to invest into a new course, new class, you know, in order to support a goal or aspiration you have. It's going to develop some new, the sun is transiting here and whatnot. So it's going to be new insights being developed as to how to experience things outside of your third house, aka outside of your local surroundings. However, this energy is harmonizing with your seventh house. All right, so we got Aries in that seventh house, Mars and Jupiter in that seventh house. So right now, you and your partner may be getting on the same page, you know, when it comes to things y'all want to experience together, how y'all may want to put some joint finances together, how something you want to experience that you thought was just individual is something that we could find both of ourselves doing, and maybe something dealing with a longer commitment, though, with longer time invested. One thing that's important about this alignment right now, Libra risings, because look, y'all got Aries in that seventh house, so a lot of times with Aries in that seventh house, you'll manifest very individual partners, and you know it'll teach you once again as a Libra rising how to adapt some of them qualities to build your individuality up. Because as a Libra rising, that's part of what you're learning in this lifetime, to cultivate your self identity. It's just that you're going to be learning it through a number of relationships a lot of the time. And when you have Aries in the seventh house, and we got Mars coming in the seventh house, yes, it's going to be real intense at times trying to find that medium in your relationships. You know, it's going to be real hard overly compensating for your partner, or real hard just saying, fuck that, I got to do this for myself. Finding that medium is very hard around this time. You just being a Libra rising period, but especially with Mars up in there. But with this type of harmony going on right now, I need y'all to understand this very important thing, Libra risings. This is a time where you may realize the clash of individuality with you and your partner, but that clash is not meant to separate y'all. That is help you, that this clash can help to understand how to love each other better, more effectively, how to understand each other more effectively, how to accommodate each other more effectively. The clash is not there to separate y'all. So yes, it may be intense. It may be intense, but as long as effort is still applied and you two guys want to be together, you acknowledging the clash of your individuality is actually what's going to help to resolve things, bring solutions in your relationships right now. Okay? Very important to understand at this moment. It's a great time to plan a little couple trip too. Great time to plan that, start looking at shit with that. No bullshit. If you got Gemini, you a Libra rising, got that Gemini up in that ninth house. Okay, but on an individual note, we know once again that ninth house has a huge influence on education. So that thing, just like I said, there's going to be a huge theme for us to learn certain things, to invest into learning certain things for our passions and to or for things we want to build in our life. This is also a huge emphasis on you. Really, all the air risings for real. All right. Now, you're realizing you do have the resources and schedule to add that vacation trip you really want to experience into your calendar. Stop making excuses, you know. Listen, I'm gonna know how to find something for the low. So get the digging. If you got put some resources to the side. You know, sometimes when you got heavy planets transiting your fire houses, you got to jump into new experiences, especially as the ninth house. Ninth house rules new experiences. So if you got somebody with heavy fifth house planets, heavy ninth house planets, those be the people you need to connect to a lot of the time to understand how to party, how to create a budget. You know, to create a nice party with just $1,000. You know how to do this. Those are the people that's gonna know how to do that shit. Heavy ninth house, fifth house motherfuckers. You feel me? So, but overall though, you know, don't underestimate what you could fit into your calendar, what new activity and experiences you could fit into your calendar right now. All right, maybe some relationship transformations going on, realizing the individuality clash, but this is what can actually bring new revelations as to how to love each other and accommodate each other. All right, this is something you may be realizing with relationships of all sorts, not just your intimate partner. Obviously, your intimate partner is a huge influence in this house, but this could be relationships of all sorts. You could be a part of a company, you know, a very successful company, and there's a coworker that you clash with, but y'all really need each other to make this shit work. This is a time where you start learning each other's communication methods, you know, with more clarity to help the relationship flourish some more around this time. All right. This is what we got going on for my Libra risings. All right. I want to run through these. I don't want to spend no more time. I want to hit the bullet points and go. Scorpio risings. Scorpio risings. Talk about coming in touch with the demons. Okay. We got the new moon in that 8th house. Okay. So I see a whole bunch of transformations, a whole bunch of burdens being lifted up right now with that new moon in the 8th house. Definitely some new clarity dealing with the resources of others. Now, look, this is the thing that's deep about Scorpio risings right now. This is what's deep about. We know the 8th house, yes, it deal with your demons, your shadow, insecurities, right? All the heavy shit, right? All the shit we bury, right? However, with this type of energy right now, you have Aries in the 6th house. So I need y'all to understand, you got Aries in the 6th house. So right now we got Mars, Jupiter transit in the 6th house, harmonizing with the moon in your 8th house. The 6th house is about work, schedule, your routine, your job place, right? What you may be working on, mental health, your diet. The 8th house deal with transformation. Right now, you guys are manifesting opportunities where somebody's willing to fund some shit for you to get your 6th house stable. It may be something you want to work on, and you have access right now to somebody with resources that's willing to share them, is willing to, let you have access to these things in order to build your 6th house. So, okay, let's say you're an artist and you ain't got the budget for your music videos and to make the music the way you want to, but you like, I got to be aware to get this shit off. You might manifest situations around this time where one of your friends is an engineer and they want to build their portfolio up or their resume up or whatnot. So they're willing to work for free right now. They're willing to let you come in and record music all motherfucking day. All motherfucking day. You exercise your artistry all day on their time with their resources, and it's a win-win situation. You got to be able to see these situations. You got to be able to see these opportunities right now, Scorpio rises. That 8th house deal with some motherfucking shared resources, some shared value. So yes, there might be some digging. We got to move through this Gemini season when it comes to understanding your shadow some more, because when the sun get in that 8th house, it's going to light up some shit because there ain't no light in that house. So things that you may have had buried, demons, some insecurities that you kind of ain't realized how they were harboring, things you want to do in the future right now, you're going to start to realize these things. You're going to start to realize, like, damn, I'm still holding on to this. I'm still holding on to that. So you want to utilize the whole Gemini season to lift those things up. But with this type of alignment during the new moon, especially with the sun still going to be making contact with Mars, the sun and Mars is like this. This is going to be a time where the more focused you are about your 6th house, your schedule, what you're working on, what you're giving time to, what you're trying to build, this is the Earth house, the more you're going to pull out of that 8th house some possible joint resources, some shared resources to help support these things. All right. It's going to be very important. It's going to be very important. Do I have tips for Gemini in the 7th house? I'm getting right to that next for my Sag risings. Okay, so that's a huge emphasis for my Scorpio risings. But I'm not gonna lie, this ain't a time to neglect your shadow though. There will be things to acknowledge about your shadow. I'm talking about a lot of y'all may be in a situation where it ain't probably healthy for you to be dating, or you need to deal with solitude, but you entertaining a situationship, you entertaining having sex with somebody. That's going to cause transformation right now if you're not being wise about what your shadow needs. And your intuition going to tell you that. Okay? You're more intrigued. Someone wants to fund you. You're more intrigued to deal with some shadow work. You're adding things into your schedule to help with your shadow. This is another important thing. You're going to be a lot of things around this time. You're going to develop an intuition to want to add into your 6th house to help get your shadow, get the 8th house energies together. It may be some fucking you signing up for yoga, some weekly yoga courses. You meditated more. You making sure the first 2 hours of your day you're reading. You making sure you're going running your first 2 hours a day. You knowing that these things in your schedule are going to help lift up heavy energies in your 8th house. Don't catch these ideas and these influences and don't act on them. These are the things that can do wonders for you when it comes to releasing, all right? We all have different, depending on our 8th house influences, and if y'all haven't tapped into my Silence of the 8th House series on YouTube right now, then you're sleeping, all right? You're sleeping because We all have different things that we may connect to bring emotional transformation, to transmute our traumas, wounds, and our emotional pain. Depending on the sign that's in this house and the house lord and the planets you have in this house, these are all the different influences that are going to influence transformation in our house when we're dealing with the 8th house. All right. So right now, that's a strong emphasis, Scorpio rising, to use these things in order to improve your 8th house, to lift some energy up out of there. Okay, this is my husband placements. We're both watching now. Accurate. Ashe. Okay, so that's what we got going on. Scorpio rises. Sag rises. Where you at, Sag rises? Where's your at, Sag rises? At a cookout. At a party. In the middle of a cookout with everybody holding drinks, holding spliffs, and you telling some story right now in the middle of this. I know you in the middle of the cookout right now telling the story about what happened in your last vacation. So y'all won't believe this shit. So then when I get to the motherfucker, I didn't even check in yet. And then the check-in lady, I could tell she giving me the eye. I didn't even check in yet. So then I check into the room. 2 hours later, she knocking on my door like, hey, you need anything? I'm like, I thought you was the office. I thought you was the lobby lady. I didn't know you the room keeper too. She's like, no, I'm not the room keeper. I just want to see if everything's good with you. So now I'm like, that's what Sag Rising doing right now. Sag Rising in the middle of the cookout, middle of the party, giving the whole story. And motherfuckers done stop dancing. Motherfuckers see a little crowd in the corner, like, what the fuck going on over there? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, throw that. Yeah, let me get some vegetables with that. The turkey burger. But what's going on over there? Oh no, this is just what's the name telling stories about. How they get when they start drinking. You know how that Sag Rising get when they start drinking. Gonna have the family members and friends be annoyed as hell that Sag Risings steal the show. Like, there they go again. But all the new people there that don't know the Sag Risings intrigued like shit. The family members, everybody like, this motherfucker done. Ain't nobody on the dance floor. Ain't nobody paying attention to the grill. They just listen to these stories. But the friends and all that, like, your Sag Rising cousin, sibling, they entertaining this shit. They funny as hell. They knowledgeable as hell. Why are you so annoyed by them? Yo. I love me a Sag Rising, man. Only issue I got with them is telling them to slow down. But other than that, they finna live life. They finna be forced. If you Sag Rising, Jupiter ruling your chart, you forced to live life this lifetime. You manifest so many different episodes in your first house. You manifest so much different things in the first house that people don't believe. So yeah, your ass be stretching some stories, but then again, it's to a point that a lot of times your stories really be as crazy as you explaining it. Jupiter. It's just that sometimes that Jupiter influence, you exaggerate things, especially if your ass got some Sag placements. You a Sag Sun, Moon, or some shit, Venus, Mars. But anyways, what we got going on for my Sag Risings? We got that 7th house lit up. We got that 7th house lit up. We got the new moon transiting the 7th house. We didn't have the sun. We got the sun transiting on 7th house. So yes, relationships is a huge influence for you right now, Sag Rising. So there's a lot of new relationship opportunities. And these opportunities come from you being discerning as to what potential of a relationship you're putting energy into. Sag Rising, I tell y'all all the time when I speak about this axis between the 1st and the 7th house, a lot of y'all get to a point where y'all you manifest so much opportunity to connect with different faces and places, and you manifest a lot of times y'all sexually experienced at a young age because it's just so much opportunities and potential for you to deal with connection on different levels, because Sagittarius is one of the most sociable signs, and then you got Gemini in the 7th house, so there's always a lot going on between your personal life and relationship life. But it gets to a point where it's like, all right, I'm good having the fun. Who do I really mentally connect with? For every Sag Rising, it gets to that point in life. With Gemini in the 7th house, it's like, damn, I didn't have fun. I didn't experience this, that, and the third. Who do I mentally connect with? And when you find that mental stimulation, then you might not see Sag Rising out for a little bit. When Sag Rising start meeting that person, they could watch my live streams with, then it's like, all right, I'm all right on different dates, this and that and the third. We're having a rotation, I was waiting for this, but you know, sometimes that take a little minute. Gemini in the 7th house. But with all that being said, a lot of new relationship opportunities, not just your partner, relationships of all sorts, right? It could be business opportunities dealing with other individuals around this time. All right. It might be the first time you and your crush, you and somebody you dating get intimate for the first time around this time. Real talk. Somebody you dealing with right now might be the first time y'all get intimate for the first time right now. All right. But you got to be careful because most likely, if you're a woman, your 5th house is pretty potent right now. We got Mars and Jupiter transiting there. So I see a lot of things dealing with pregnancies and children. They're resonating all over for a motherfucking Sag rising right now. If you want to have some children, this might be a great time to get busy. If you don't, be very discerning and be cautious of how you jump into your acts. This is also a time where you're going to manifest a lot of this Gemini season may provide a lot of new opportunities to connect with people who help stimulate your 5th house. People that push you to, be more expressive with your creativity, with your arts, or simply having motherfucking fun around this time, Sag rising, helping you release some tension, helping you be more acclimated into this 5th house. Okay. Yeah, I did Virgo risings. All right. So you just have to rewind a little bit. So, yes, I see y'all definitely manifesting people to help you be more experienced in the 5th house. You dealing with collaborative efforts in the 5th house right now. But yeah, the pregnancy and the childlike energy is very loud with y'all. It may be an opportunity with something diving into your childlike, the inner child in you, or dealing with children that comes out as an opportunity for y'all right now. Okay, and new commitments with your partner to refresh or revitalize the relationship. All right. New commitments, new patterns, new things added into your routine to refresh and revitalize, keep things fresh in your relationship. Making sure y'all go into this event together, right? Making sure y'all throw that event together. All of these ideas you and your partner can come together with from people in your life that you could collab with on a creative level, or things you and your partner can do, to make sure y'all keep your relationship fresh. Because this is one thing y'all gotta understand. Like, listen, relationships are a fucking responsibility, and people get into them shit thinking it's just a game. No, there gotta be effort placed to keep this bitch healthy. There has to be some effort, energy, work, new things introduced into this relationship over time, so we could always keep a healthy foundation. That honeymoon phase dies sooner or later. I remember the only girl I've ever loved, been in love one time in my life, all that heavy heart, love you, W shit once. And it's so funny because this was in college, and my one of my bros at the time, one of my teammates, he was looking at me like, yo, bro, like he was telling me, he's a little bit older than me, like, yo, bro, this is just a honeymoon phase. He's like, this, like I used to be mad hype. I used to be like, yo, damn, bro, she listened to Nas. I ain't never met a girl listen to Nas. She just that and the third, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like, I'll be fucking with these hoes, but I'm about to cuff this, bro. He's like, yo, bro, take your time. You just in a honeymoon phase right now. This nigga a double Scorpio, mind you. He a double Scorpio. He like, bro, it's just a honeymoon phase. So not saying that just because the honeymoon phase is gonna die sooner or later that there's not potential for this to be a healthy relationship, but you gotta keep an effort. You gotta keep some energies invested into your relationship to keep that high level, that high level of compatibility, of unionship. If you making the commitment to be in a relationship, you have to be committed to putting effort into embracing new things in the relationship. That relationship ain't gonna be the same in 2020, in 2030. All right, and that's okay. Nothing is supposed to stay the fucking same. The planets don't stay in one place. They're always moving. So that's an indication as to us always aligning with movement in our life and new things in our life. So right now, 7th house, Sag risings, this is not a time to feel like you could be so content and complacent in your relationship that your partner is always just gonna, be in a certain state when it comes to you, or you don't have to do things to show your partner that you're still willing to put an effort in your relationship to keep things healthy, because that's how much you value they as. All right, it's maybe a time for you to really show your partner how much you value them around this time. Sagg rising. All right, got me up here sounding like Montel Williams or some shit. See, the problem is you guys have lost that spark, and in order to get that spark back together, you got to make sure that you really understand what is it that really brought you together in the first place. All right, audience, we're going to come back. We're going to go to a commercial break real quick. It's Montel Williams. We'll be back. Motherfuckers don't even know who I know a bunch of millennial motherfuckers. Who the fuck Montel Williams? Who the fuck is that? That's a YouTuber? That's an astrologer? Who the fuck is that? What, you went on live with Hood Hill or something? Who the Montel? Shit. Only people that experience their Saturn return already know who Montel. All the millennials don't know who the fuck that is. All right, guys, we have this couple that's been together for 16 years, all right? And they're going to come here and share their experiences to help the young couples out there understand what it really takes to keep a relationship together. All right, we're going to go ahead and hit a commercial break. We'll be back, Montel Williams. Them old school talk shows hit different. Them old school talk shows hit different, y'all. Woo! Montel, Ricky Lake. Them old school talk shows was real. They was getting to the shadow. They was them everything fake. Everything fake nowadays, man. Everything fake nowadays. Hold on, that should make me want to look up Montel Williams zodiac sign. Just so what we on right now? We on we moving on to Cap rising. Shiny ass bald head. He got that Martin. He got that Tommy from Martin bald head. Cancer sun, Taurus moon, big moon energy, a whole bunch of moon energy. Gemini, Venus, and Mercury in Gemini. Of course, you're going to be digging into the emotional needs and emotional transformations of relationships. Of course, that's going to be your fucking talk show. Of fucking course. But astrology ain't real. Astrology ain't real, though. Of course, you're going to fucking thrive on a relationship talk show. This is how we do it. I can't believe millennials don't know him. I don't know, it was so long ago. Yeah, man. Motherfuckers don't even remember Nickelodeon shows and shit. I grew up on all that old school shit. All right. Jenny Jones. Excuse me, Gen Z. I said millennials. Gen Z. Gen Z don't be knowing shit. But they gonna fix your iPhone like a motherfucker, though. They gonna take care of that virus in your laptop like a motherfucker, though. Motherfuckers don't know shit about Montel Jordan, but they gonna teach you how to use a Fire Stick and pay way less for your cable bill every month. Like, Dad, Mom, you still pay cable? The fuck? Them niggas came into the world with iPhones and shit. I remember when I got my first phone. I got my fucking first phone in 7th, 8th grade. Shit. It was a Boost Mobile at that. It was a Boost Mobile at that. Then 8th grade graduation got me the Sidekick. Oh, it was over. These young motherfuckers don't know what a Sidekick is. They don't know that was the shit. The Sidekick was the shit before the iPhone. We ain't give a fuck about no fucking iPhone. The Sidekick was the shit. What's your aim? Stop playing with me. It's 11/11, gang. Y'all already know what it is, man. New moon manifestations is all up in the air right now. You feel me? All right. Right. All right. Let's get back into it. Let me make sure. All right. Capricorn rising. Capricorn. Wait, did I say everything I want to say for okay, yeah, I said what I gotta say for Sagg rising. Cap rising. All right. Now, Capricorn rising, we got the new moon transiting that 6th house. We got Gemini resonating around that 6th house. All right. Yes to the boost move. I ain't get mine till 5th. Listen, man, that was a different time. We see, that's what we got over the Gen Z. Millennials, that's what we got over Gen Z. We know what life was before technology. So we can actually look at the effects of technology, and I said technology, but like the advancements of technology, right? Fucking all of this shit, cell phones, all of this shit, social media. We knew what listen, if your ass ain't wait till the weekends to talk to your crush, or wait till after 9 o'clock until your minutes was free to talk to your crush, you can't say shit to me. You can't tell me shit about life. Bitch, you get to talk to your crush 24/7. You get to DM whoever the fuck you want to DM and just link up whenever. That's why this goddamn Gen Z be all sexed the fuck out by the time they 18, 21. Too much access. We had to put in different type of work. You feel me? Wait till after 9. I'm gonna call your ass after 9 and we be on the phone all fucking night. Fuck is you talking about? I can't talk to you on Tuesday and Thursday, but when Friday hit, oh, we finna be jonesing. We finna be jonesing during when these free weekend minutes hit like a motherfucker. The fuck is you talking about? All right? Listen, man, they don't know shit about that shit. They don't know. You say free minutes after 9 o'clock on the weekends. You say that shit to Gen Z, they look at you. What the fuck is that? What motherfucker shit is free all the time. I know with your instant gratification head ass. Let me start dragging Gen Z. I try to give you y'all flowers too. Y'all gonna fix some shit with technology like a motherfucker. I got a niece that's going into her junior year. She a Leo. She a Leo sun, Leo rising, Virgo moon. Always catching me doing some shit making me feel old. Motherfuckers come in the house asking for the Wi-Fi. I'm like, shit, let me go look under the router. She's like, you could just share the shit from your phone. I'm like, where? How you do that shit? Your smart condescending ass. I love you though. Always making a nigga feel old. No, you could just open up the Wi-Fi app. Like, how is this simple shit? My uncle's so stupid. I don't get how you talk all that spiritual shit and nigga don't know how to share Wi-Fi. Like, what the fuck is the point of all that spiritual shit? They don't know how to fucking share Wi-Fi. All right, y'all. Cap risings. Okay, so the new moon is transiting your 6th house. Okay, this is another one. Like Earth rises on some shit right now because I told you Virgo ascendants. You got a lot of energies stimulating that 10th and 8th house connection. Then we got my Cap rises. So you got that new moon transit in the 6th house. So we looking at new jobs. We looking at a new form of schedule that fits the things you're trying to build in your life. Delayed job opportunities. Once again, just like Virgo ascendant, a lot of the Cap rises, y'all finna get that call, that email this week. You finna fuck around, look at your email after this live stream and realize like, oh shit, these niggas emailed me on Thursday. So if you're Earth ascendant, check your fucking spam, check your emails. Because a lot of delayed job opportunities, they reaching out and shit. All right, we're looking at promotions here. Now, there's going to be new realizations, Capricorn rising, as how to cultivate your schedule to support your mental health and emotional well-being, because we got a lot of energies resonating around the 4th house with Aries in there, right? With Aries in there and Mars and Jupiter in there. So, with Mars in there, it makes things pretty intense. Yo, y'all got to chill with the phone comments now. Y'all going to throw me, because y'all going to keep putting me in a nostalgic energy. Because y'all talk all fucking day about the shit we had to experience. John's been talking about, you thought you was the shit with the flip screen. It was the razor first. See, all right, stop. You got me thinking about razors. You got me thinking about how I used to annoy the shit out my best friends so they could put ringtones on my Netflix. Like, come on, bro, you know how to do this shit in the computer. I just want to put the motherfucking I'm trying to get my ringtone game up with my Nextel. That's all. That's all. But anyways, Capricorn rising. That fourth house is stimulated with them Aries influences. I already know how Capricorn rising, how it be up in that fourth house with Aries in there. Intense as family, intense as parents. Parents is forceful as shit with what they want for you in your life and shit. So around this time, there's going to be a lot of new resolve when it comes to building a healthier work-home life. All right. You may take hours off. A lot of the ways you cultivate your schedule around this time may be to support things that you need to work on in the home. It may be something in the home that needs your attention and energy right now. All right. And you're understanding how to find that balance between work and the home, working from home. All right. Or ultimately, shit. A lot. It may be new things going on in the home that affect that help support your sixth house. You know, so it may be some transformations taking some place with people that's in your home, people that you done brought into your fourth house, loved ones, all right, roommates, all of that. And in some type of shape or form, the duties you have in the fourth house, you're finding balance between the sixth house, all right. But ultimately, though, I know one thing: Mars transiting in that fourth house can bring some clash between your individuality and those in the home. So the focus here is making sure that your individual focus is on what makes you feel emotionally sane. If people can't understand that around the moment, that's for them to understand. You have to follow your intuition as to what makes you feel more at peace in your fourth house. So you can have the clarity to work on things in the sixth house the way you want to. All right, whether you're working from home or you're at the workplace. But regardless, though, there's a lot of new revelations coming into your sixth house, where there's actual promotions and opportunities coming in the sixth house, new ways of understanding how to work on something in the sixth house, understanding how your mental health is impacted by things from the fourth house, and understand how to get to the root and find solutions here. All right, so we're in a solution-based energy. We're in a solution-based frequency right now. Especially with Mercury, there may be some moves. All right, I see somebody talking about maybe some moves. I didn't want to just throw that out just because the fourth house. We say that every time we got significant energy in the fourth house, but hey, Mars transformation, Jupiter expansion. So there may be a lot of influences triggering you to be able to expand outside your fourth house. Once again, creating a more healthier work-home life balance. This is a huge emphasis right here. A lot of y'all may be in situations where maybe your parents, your mother needs you or something. Your father needs you to take care of them or something, whatnot. So you're finding ways to balance how you get to work on your goals, or having the sixth house accommodate your time that's needed to spend more in the fourth house. It may be something that you rather give your time to and you need to take care of in the home and family environment. Try not to be overwhelmed with any of these situations. Just keep focused on how you can cultivate your schedule, because universe will accommodate you. All right. But yeah, I don't want to Capricorn risings. This isn't the time to let up with anything you've been working on or has been in your routine and schedule, especially when it comes to things you need to take out of it and things you need to add into it. Once again, the fourth house is a huge influence. So it may be things you need to add into your sixth house around this time, new moon, new intentions. Besides the workplace, when it comes to your routine, when it comes into your diet, when it comes into your regimen, these are things that you need to be aware of as to how they affect your fourth house. You may not realize how you working too much fucking hours is affecting your fourth house. It got your fourth house upside fucking down. And I'm a Capricorn rising myself. This is not my placement because I have a lot of Aquarius rising like placements due to my house setup. But I know all about losing sleep over trying to build something up. And I've learned, especially in these past 2 years, you have to find a balance. There's going to be some days you lose sleep. There's going to be some days you sweat a little harder than the others. But that cannot be a constant thing. You have to continue to find ways to pace. All right. I'm all about making sacrifices for building things up in your life. You know, I'm all about people learning how to block out the world for 3 to 9 months, for 6 months, for 30 to 90 days, for a year, to get what the fuck you want to get out of life. But guys, it comes a point where you got to pace somehow. You got to rest somehow. All right, right. Moderation. So this is a huge emphasis here between the 6th and the 8th house for you guys. Okay. I see a lot of things growing for Capricorn risings in that sense, in that area. The more you embrace pace and the more you're aware as to how the sixth house has been affecting your fourth house and how they've been affecting each other. This is time where they could super complement each other. They're already a sextile, so they're already made to complement each other. How you deal with your emotional well-being, how you deal with situations in a home, or how you create a foundation of home in this lifetime should always be supported by how you're working on things in the sixth house, what resources come out the sixth house, how you're able to stabilize things with others in the sixth house, how you develop a regimen and routine in the sixth house. Anybody that has a very comfortable, anybody that has a healthy comfort zone or a healthy relationship with their solitude most likely has a good grasp on their schedule, most likely has a good grasp on their routine, if you really think about it. The times we felt at most peace in our life, the times we probably felt the most emotionally stable were probably times that we knew we had clarity with what was in our sixth house, what we were working on, the direction of what we were working on, right? Not being bombarded by things in our schedule. It's not until we start losing sense of how to take care and govern our sixth house till we start getting a little overwhelmed with shit. And now our fourth house is type wacky. We coming home taking out energy on our fucking on our wives and husbands, all type of shit, you know. So that's what we got going on, Capricorn risings. Now, Aqua risings, Aquarius risings. I'm such a liar. I said I was gonna be here for long. Yo, I be lying. Oh, Libras, stop making promises you can't. Stop making promises you can't keep, Libras. This is why Aries don't be talking about what they finna do, because they don't add this obligation on themselves to get shit done. That shit get done when they get done. Libras, we finna dress that shit up and make it sound nice and look good before we do a damn thing and end up not doing shit. Aries be like, that's why I don't fuck with Libras. Always talking about this, what the fuck they finna do. What the fuck is the Libras that actually do this shit? Aquarius risings. All right. Let's go ahead and finish up strong. New moon transiting the fifth house. New moon transiting the fifth house. All right. So, this is the time you're going to feel pushed to drop your shoulders, Aquarius rising. Drop your shoulders a little bit. Have some more fun, deal with some more of your creative influences. You're feeling a strong push to finally invest into something from a creative aspect, finally putting your music out, finally putting your art out, getting on TikTok and putting your poetry out there. Yeah, this is now, right now it's feeling like this is it's now or never. It's now or never. If I don't put my music out this Gemini season, I might as well say, fuck this music shit. I might as well just flush all them aspirations, So you feeling that type of push, with the new moon and all these energies lighting up your fifth house, okay? It's really not a time to be hesitant with anything, with you being on the stage, you being on camera, you having you flourishing with forms of self-expression, creative, artistic expression. When it comes to how you like to be entertained, this is actually a priority around this time. Gemini in the fifth house, Aquarius rising. Don't think you going out and experiencing something during the weekend when you could kind of spend more hours working on something. You can flip-flop your weekends a little bit and not feel bad about it. All right. Shit. It's one of the most sociable times of the year. This is some of the best weather that we're gonna have in the year. Ain't too cold, ain't too hot. We right in the middle of this motherfucker. I love Gemini season. Cancer season be frying our ass. It's like, fuck, everybody don't got shells to protect them from this type of fucking heat. Everybody don't have the exterior fucking Cancer has to protect their ass from this fucking sun. Cancer and Leo season, we whipping our ass with heat. All right, so Gemini season, you gotta go. You can enjoy brunch right now. You can enjoy brunch, sun actually feel good. It's a good ratio with wind and sun. Wind be gone, Cancer season. Humidity. You get that nice breeze during Gemini season, you feel me? And yeah, Aquarius rising, new moon transit in this house not only is having fun and jumping into things from an entertaining like perspective, actually somewhat a priority, you creating new circumstances in your life by jumping into your creative artistic expressions. See, a lot of the time, guys, especially, look, this is something I be having to tell all my clients a lot of times too. It's like, yo, a lot of the things at times when it comes into astrology, you have to use influences to get you somewhere that you can't see right now. I'm gonna say that again. You have to know how to use these influences to get you to places that you cannot see. AKA, if I know this area of my life is being called for me to be active here, let me just get active here instead of pressuring myself or trying to be super intentional in declaring what results I need out of this house. Let me just exercise the energy, see where it leads me. So you will have somebody probably look like, how the fuck is having fun and creativity or being entertained a priority? Oh, you don't know who finna watch you or what's gonna happen when somebody see you put your art out, your creativity out. You don't know who you finna bump into just because you said, you know what, my fifth house heavy right now. Let me go to this memorial party on Monday and you don't know who the fuck you finna meet there. Okay, embrace the transits, embrace the parts of your life, the houses that are active. You don't know what opportunities is waiting for you here. And Aquarius rising, this ain't the time to just be in the house and think what you got working on is the most important. It is the most important thing you got. What you trying to build is the most important thing in your life. But we could balance it a little bit with some fifth house energies. We could balance it a little bit. All right, like I said, this is my placement. Okay. So I've been heavy on myself just specifically this weekend trying to get certain videos up on YouTube, trying to get certain things done. Man, yesterday I got invited to some event. I'm like, nah, I know I got to go. Even though my old ass was like, all right, y'all, really early. At the same time, I knew that's something spiritually I needed. All right. I even got to connect with people out there. I did some networking. All right. So you don't know what's in store when you exercise stimulated places of your chart. Whether these are your natural natal alignments or these, you got a lot of planets transiting in this house right now. Okay, so I need my Aquarius risings to do that. Y'all love to network, right? Y'all love to meet a motherfucker that's into the shit y'all into. That fifth house got a lot of them opportunities waiting for you. All right, especially because you got Aries in the third house. So you got Mars and Jupiter that's going to push you into being more active, circulating, communicating, relating, any forms of information, knowledge, creative attributes, or things that you already know. You being in the fifth house helps you to even do that. So Mars and Jupiter are going to be doing that for you. They're going to push your ass into this shit in some type of way. So you might as well activate the shit yourself. Okay. So this is a time you're feeling pushed to drop your shoulder, have more fun, and deal with your creative energies and some more. Writer's block is clearing up. So things that y'all wanted to do creatively, if you was in any flux or any rut dealing with something creatively, that is starting to open up. You're starting to understand how you can cultivate something at the moment, right? You thought you ain't had the budget to make your music, but now you're understanding, I don't even need to go to that engineer, this and a third. I could record my music here and then send it off to somebody to mix and master it, and that's way cheaper, and that I'm getting the same process done. So situations like this, you're starting to understand, if there's a will, there's a way. I can deal with cultivating things in this fifth house. New resources or ideas for supporting your creative endeavors. Having fun damn near feels like a priority. Any issues with your children may be resolved around this time, or delayed issues starting to see solutions. Maybe it may be something you've been trying to do for your child, and it's like, what the fuck? I've been trying to get my child to the dentist for the longest. I've been trying to get my child. I tried to see if I could get my child into this program for the summer. They still ain't hit me back. Like, you're gonna start getting these messages, and these things are starting to clear up here. All right, for those of y'all who have some beautiful children. Communication with siblings or relatives may be of an emphasis around this time. You need to have important talks to your siblings or those in your familiar space. Once again, those friends that you text the most, your closest friends, your relatives, siblings. If there's certain things they need to know about what you got going on in your life so they can respect your space, or they could have more of an understanding and awareness about what you may be activating in your 5th house or working on Aquarius risings, make sure you're open about expressing that. Don't leave these things to a mystery for these individuals. If you know intuition is telling you to make sure they know that. But you're definitely more discerning as to how you put your 5th house activities on hold for friends and loved ones. There may be situations that you subside with your creative endeavors and 5th house energies and having fun and entertaining, or you being the one entertaining. It may be a lot of situations that you put on hold based off of your familiar environment, how you was raised, the people you're around, the duties and obligations you got with certain relationships. When this is the time you could be creating new relationships based off of you being more active in the 5th house throughout this Gemini season. Okay, Aquarius rising. Pisces rising. Last but not least, my beloved Pisces risings. And use protection, Aquarius risings. I know that 5th house gonna have got y'all going a little crazy right now. All right. Motherfucking sun up in the 5th house. The sun love to be in the 5th house. All right. Please. Anyways, Pisces rising. Now, new moon in the 4th house, Pisces rising. New moon in the 4th house. So, we know when we got the moon transit in the 4th house, this is one of her favorite places to be. This is one of her favorite places to be. So, when you got the new moon in the 4th house, when it comes to an emotional reset, when it comes to stabilizing the mind, stabilizing our emotional well-being, yeah, we got all the access to that in the world. I'm looking crazy right now. We got all the access to that shit in the world right now. Motherfucking moon transit in the 4th house at the moment. Okay, so either a new move right now, Pisces risings, selling a property or getting your first property. A lot of y'all are about to be putting the finishing details on that, all right? Or new direction as to how to achieve that new home. So not only may there be a new move, this may be the time you may have wanted to move for a little minute, but it was a little, things were delayed. Once again, the 4th house, this house is delayed a little bit, Mercury retrograde. It may have been a little hard trying to understand how to initiate this. It may be a lot of things opening up at the moment right now. Remember, it could come in the opportunities can come from a form of information and knowledge or advice or insight from others. So a new direction, how to achieve that. Things that were delayed in the home may be starting to open up. You need some shit that's delivered to your crib. That shit is going to get here. Motherfuckers might have been late as shit. That shit probably supposed to be here in Taurus season. That shit was supposed to be here first day of Gemini season. That shit might just get here on Tuesday. You feel me? This week. You know, and a lot of y'all are feeling good about making the investments that y'all made into the home. So that new oven that you motherfucking needed, that new office space that costs damn near $2,000 to put together, you know, this desk, this new computer system. You feeling you're being pushed to make these investments in the home, you know, instead of looking at the other things that you may just waste your resources on when you know you need this inside the home to help you feel more stable or conduct yourself with things that you need to get done at the house. All right. Whether you've already made that investment or you're being called to make that investment, okay? Might be introducing your partner to like family around this time. You know, your partner might be wanting to meet family around this time. You know, your family might be itching to meet your partner around this time. Like, bring them to the Memorial Day cookout. Keep talking about this girl. I want to see this girl. I only see you on social media. I want to see her in person. Give it a test. You know, so your pops might be on you like that. Your mom Dukes might be on you like that. So when you gonna get married? Or have you been thinking about getting married? Have you I know you said you and this guy been talking for how long, but goddamn, how long does it motherfucking take? Your dad ain't wait that goddamn long. All right. He got a taste of the cookie, and I had a ring waiting for me next week. Now I'm just playing. But anyways, this is the type of shit that y'all might be dealing with these influences. No bullshit. Because the second house and the 4th house is harmonizing with each other. So the second house is your family, is your values. But a lot of time, things dealing with family traditions, family values, people you value, it falls into the second house. You know, second house is the home of values of all sorts. So we could start to see a little connection between the 4th house and the second house here. Once again, second house also deal with investments, finances, money. So those investments that you're being called to make, those resources that you have in the second house that you're being called to utilize to help develop your fourth house, jump on it. Do that. Build that office space. Get that new oven. Motherfucking switch your cable system to this cable motherfucking company because it's way less and cheaper. And you don't need to be paying this much for it. And make sure you're making these adjustments and initiating these new things in the house, in your fourth house. So your fourth house is a fourth house. So it is a home. It's not just a place you go and sleep and you cook. It's a home. It serves your comfort zone. You have the things that make you feel sane and stable here, and you're not putting these things on hold for other superficial shit in your life. I forgot what comedian made this joke. I think Mike S. motherfucker talking about like, bitch, your teeth fucked up and you out here getting a Gucci belt. Every time I see you got a new belt. Like, we can't be making them decisions right now, Pisces rising. You can't be putting the superficial shit ahead of what your home needs and what the things that you're valuing needs. And you need to be real conscious about how you're utilizing your resources and where you're investing right now, how you're moving your investments right now, Pisces rising. That's very important, all right? So you may have spent some money to make progressive moves in the home, and it feels good that you did. And new furniture, that new office space in the house eventually supports, second house values, a thing that you may be trying to build. All right. That's what I got for my Pisces risings. Happy motherfucking new moon, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead and light a candle tonight, tomorrow night. All right, we're going to experience that peak early, 7:30 a.m. So tomorrow's going to be a very vibrant day. It's Memorial Day. It's going to be a lot going on. So make sure y'all are safe with the ways y'all moving around. It's going to be an amplified energy in the air. All right, but this is an energy to embrace. Embrace this. Be sociable. All right, connect, relate your thoughts, exchange energies, experience intimacy in a healthy and discerning way. All right, guys. So just want to make sure I jump on here and get these energies out. I love y'all. Y'all already know the vibes, y'all. Peace out.